the ones that are going to show the box, the cuffs, the corners of the children's body. Definitely, such a parent cannot expect any decency from the children. Or in a situation where people have to pay teachers or pay examination bodies for their children to pass, such people can never worry about the quality of the professional integrity brought about by the children. Or a situation where the man himself spends his whole time in the beer parlor, or is in the casino, or he has the habit of going about with girlfriends, even to the glaring look of his own children and relatives. Then what can you say of the children if the parents are so involved? Or especially in this country, Nigeria, where the so-called leaders who are supposed to be elected into positions get into those positions by fraud. The political parties, so-called these secular political parties, are riddled with corruption from the base. Positions are given to the highest bidders, who of course must have gotten their wealth in very nefarious and questionable manner. In such instance, they will have to push electoral fraud, manipulation, stuffing of ballot boxes into operation before they can be elected. And especially where the populace or the electorate must be bribed for people to come into position, the question of serving the people cannot arise. These are the methods and the paraphernalia, these various ways through which our elderly ones involve themselves or even their children in corruption. And by the time we make it a culture, lie-telling becomes a culture, nakedness becomes a culture, lack of respect amongst ourselves, lack of honesty and integrity, and the people are respected based only on the money in their pocket or how much they can dole out in irresponsible manner. Such an environment cannot but be riddled with serious indecent acts. And these are the methods and the ways by which the elderly ones are involved. Unfortunately, several governments from the federal to the state and local government levels, they pay a lot of lip services to correctional methods because, just as the Yorubas will say, the insect that is eating the seed lives within. Definitely, these people are corrupt. From top to bottom, they are corrupt. And when the people are corrupt, do you expect any better from them? Majority of the things they do are just showmanship. They are just exhibiting. It's just pure exhibition. And most of the time, it is more of trying to compete among themselves for attention. And when the people of God are the sincere people within an environment, when they are able to see through all this camaraderie, they are not impressed, because nothing, after all, will come out of it. But no matter the situation, some of us will have to stand up. We must come up not only with solutions to our problems, but we must come up with practical solutions which will eventually assist the community to get itself corrected. And this is why the message we passed earlier, which Allah Ta'ala says, وَاتَّقُوا فِتْنَةً لَا تُصِيبَنَّ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا مِنكُمْ خَاصَّةً. Please, fear fitna, chaos, anarchy, corruption, which leaves nobody, which stress nobody in its straight. If we keep quiet, if we refuse to talk, if we refuse to act, if we refuse to alert those people who know what they are doing and know that they are bad, and those people who pretend that they are doing good while they know it's bad. If we refuse to talk, all of us are going to be consumed by the evil of their acts. And this is why we must do something. What do we do? Let us start from the prophetic message. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "Kullukum ra'i, wa kullu ra'i mas'ulun an ra'iyati." All of you are shepherds, and all of you are going to be asked how you direct your flock. If the elderly ones in an environment, either as husbands or as fathers, as mothers, as elderly citizens, or as leaders within our community, if they see themselves in the mold of the prophetic statement that they are shepherds, I'm sure they will think a bit better and reflect more over what they do. For the Prophet ﷺ has equally said, whatever comes out of the tongue goes into the air and gets out of the air. But whatever comes from the heart goes into the heart. Therefore, when the people are paying lip service to solution to problems, when they are paying lip service to correctional methods, that can never be corrected. But when they are sincere, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees the sincerity in them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will now assist them and aid the hearts to which they are talking. But in practical terms, what are the things that we must do, especially those of us who today are placed in position of authority or by circumstances have found ourselves in position of talking to people and influencing them? There are fundamental changes we must recognize. Otherwise, we shall not solve the problem. The first about this country, Nigeria, is that Nigeria has structural problem. Nigeria, as it were today, in structure, is a deception. And when the people continue in such deception, believing that they can whitewash it, or cover it, or correct it superficially, they are deceiving themselves. Historically, this country is in problem because this country is formed from the relics of the murder and the killing of sincere and pious men of God. Where you have to kill men of God for you to live, definitely your life cannot be meaningful. The second thing is that we definitely need to ask ourselves, what is the ideology of our life? For a people without ideals, without ideology, without focus, cannot make it to the right destination. This country has great defects in its ideology. Therefore, these fundamental changes must not only be addressed, but must be discussed. And this is why the question of somebody trying to browbeat another person or shout them down so that nothing will happen cannot be the solution to Nigeria's problem. The second, which is meant for the elderly ones, is that there must be moment of inner reflections. For everybody as Allah created a soul. There is none of us who is just a constituent of a body. Everybody has his own inner self. Let our inner self reflect. As a father, let your inner self reflect. As a mother, let your inner self reflect. Let us reflect internally. Let us have some inner reflections. From inner reflections, correction for the souls can come. The third is that there must be some element of communal revivification. As a community, as a people, as groups, at the elderly level, it is important to initiate discussions, interactions that will address the problem, and to be frank about it, not to tell lies, not to deceive one another. And the last is that let us remember that every man shall become a history. What history are you going to bequeath to those who are younger? Of course, if you, as an elderly person, refuses to involve yourself in corruption, in malpractices, in cheating, in immorality, certainly with reliance on God, you are likely to bring about a legacy of good, which is going to reverberate and produce better fruit for the future. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Verse, in there is a reflection for those who have brain to reflect. Elders, our fathers, our parents, the legacy you are leaving behind will not lead to anything but destruction for posterity. Because today, you see us, you see most of your children, they are wearing rags. You see the boys pulling their trousers all along the road. The examples they are seeing in you is nothing to write home about, because they know you are embezzlers. You are a corrupt person. Then, should it be like this? Is this the way we should go on? Please, let us change today so that we can modify the society for better tomorrow. Inshallah, by the time we'll be coming your way next week, we'll be bringing another very interesting topic. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
الدين عند الله الإسلام وما اختلف الذين أوتوا الكتاب إلا من بعد ما جاءهم العلم بغيا بينهم ومن يعص الله عند الله الإسلام وما اختلف الذين أوتوا الكتاب إلا من بعد ما جاءهم العلم بغيا بينهم ومن يعص الله فإن الله سريع الحساب.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening, viewers. You are welcome to your program, The Searchlight. Inshallah, we shall turn the light of the program on the topic preparing for the holy month of Ramadan. Ramadan is coming. What should we prepare? In most cases, when people hear the word Ramadan, they become jittery. Fear permeates right into their bones. Is this how it's supposed to be? What should we prepare in terms of material wealth, spiritually, morally, and even on mundane affairs? What should we prepare? This and so many things are the preparations that our Mallam will be discussing with us today. Mallam Muhammad Al-Olukade, our usual guest, is already with me in the studio, and inshallah, he will do justice to this topic. Mallam, you are welcome.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم للعالمين إنك حميد مجيد. Inshallah, as we have earlier been informed, we want to look at preparing for the holy month of Ramadan. Well, it is obvious that we are in Shaban 1426, and Shaban is, in the calculation of the Islamic calendar, the month that is preceding the holy month of Ramadan. And therefore, what should occupy the minds of Muslims all over the world now will have to be the expectation of Ramadan. Of course, it is not something that is peculiar to us. Even in the prophetic seerah, that means the life history of the prophet, and during the earlier period of the companions of the prophet, those who are very close to the revelation of the religion than us, around this time it is known that the Prophet ﷺ will be welcoming the people and reminding them of the coming of the holy month. And also the Prophet ﷺ was reported to be admonishing them on how to prepare. In fact, it is said that Prophet ﷺ will say, Ahlan, welcome, you are welcome this month of Ramadan. Therefore, we want to look at what our own preparations should be. Of course, our brother Mallam Muhammad had informed us of the fact that some people, when Ramadan is coming near, they feel jittery. Do they have any reason to do that? Or those of us who feel happy? What are the things that will make us feel happy that Ramadan is coming? Is it because we have been assured of paradise, or we have been assured of living even after the month of Ramadan? Or is it that our worships and all the other services we hope to render during the month, are we assured that they are already accepted by God? What should make us happy? These are the things we should really look at, not only in the spiritual preparation, but also in the moral preparation and the material preparation. Therefore, today, we are trying to keep Ramadan in view. How do we do that? The first is that it is important to have an opportunity of reviewing our activities of last year. Of course, majority of us, we are oblivious of the fact that these things, they add up. We've forgotten our mistakes of last year. We have not even appreciated with the little Allah granted us to do last year. Therefore, the question of what do we prepare and how do we prepare should include, first and foremost, a review of our activities last year. Of course, as human beings who are created to be forgetful, many of us would have forgotten the details of our activities last year, Ramadan. But let us pause a while and take time to peruse and think, how did we fare last year? How many of the fastings we were able to make last year? Were we able to run away from the things Allah has warned us about? Were we able to appropriate the good Allah did for us? Were we able to avoid the pitfalls that will ordinarily undo us? These are the things we should look at. For instance, there were some amongst us who did not finish last year Ramadan fasting. Not because they were dead, of course they are still alive today, but for one reason or another. It may include fatigue, sickness, weakness, and so many other genuine reasons we were unable to finish the fasting. So we have to reflect and see what are those things that we caused by our own hands and made it impossible for us to enjoy last year Ramadan, so that we can actually avoid them this year. It's not only that. Among the review we must make is that how many fasting did we do? How did we do it? What were the materials we used to be able to fulfill the fasting? Did we get them from what was unlawful, or did we get them from lawful sources? Were we thankful over the grace of God for last year? Were we arrogant? And so on. Those are the things that should first and foremost actually take our mind when we talk of preparing for this holy month of Ramadan. Of course, this should make us realize that we must always welcome Ramadan with mixed feelings. Let us start from the point of what we are able to do from our ibadah, from our salawat, from sadaqah, and so many of the activities of worship that are usually engaged in the month of Ramadan. How many were we able to do? And are we certain that we shall still be able to do it? Are we certain that it will not be an opportunity wasted again? And this is why, rather than being happy because Ramadan is coming, being over-expectant, or rather than being sad, like the case of those people who are jittery because they fear the hunger which should actually necessitate or come along with fasting. Rather than doing that, you should take Ramadan with mixed feelings. Of course, we are naturally living between hope and fear. Hope in the sense that Allah Ta'ala has promised us of the future. The fear that, we hope Allah will actually make it to be fulfilled upon us. This is why a believer who lives between hope and fear every day of one's life. Therefore, the same thing is the way we must approach Ramadan. We must approach Ramadan hopefully, praying that this is another opportunity Allah has granted us to be able to add some things to the stock of our good deeds. And we should usually prepare for Ramadan with a lot of fear, because we should alert ourselves. Are we sure that this may not be the last one we are witnessing? Are we sure that we will not waste it as we have wasted the earlier ones? Are we sure that it's not going to be a trap for us? So we will enjoy, all of us, to actually prepare for this Ramadan with mixed feelings. The first thing we must look at in looking at preparation for Ramadan is the importance of intention. So many of us, ironically, have been fasting Ramadan without even having intention, and that is very ironical. There are instances of cases where people have already started fasting. They have not formalized their intention until several days after Ramadan fasting has started. That is not good enough. Therefore, we must talk of intention. Intention in this matter matters a lot, and that intention must come with a lot of sincerity, because there may be people who are happy for the forthcoming Ramadan because after all, they have been fasting before fasting comes, and therefore to them, fasting will only formalize their hunger. That cannot be a genuine intention. Somebody who has been in hunger because of poverty and some other things they have been having hard times, and because of that, Ramadan that's coming is making him joyful because it's going to serve as an opportunity to formalize his economic state. That is not acceptable. Let us have sincere intention. And the sincere intention must be that we are taking the fast listen what they allow in sincere obedience to God, and in sincere obedience to the service for God, and in making sure that we fulfill the obligations between us and Him. Therefore, it is important in preparing for Ramadan to talk of the intention. Of course, Anasa Salah told us that إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّةِ وَإِنَّمَا لِكُلِّ امْرِئٍ مَا نَوَى. Certainly, actions shall be judged in accordance with the intention behind them, and people are going to be rewarded along with the intention they bear. Therefore, our intention about this Ramadan must be very pure. Our intention must not be ostentation, because there are people who are happy to depend on Ramadan because it will afford them opportunity of doing superficial sadaqah, that means spreading things or giving gifts, which are not backed by some genuine intention. So it's important, first and foremost, to appreciate the position of intention in the preparation for the holy month of Ramadan, and that intention must be solely to obey Allah and fulfill the will of Allah. And this is why the people who have such sincere intention, Allah makes things easy for them. As I said, مَنْ يَتَقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ وَمَنْ تَوَكَّلَ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ إن الله بالغ أمره قد جعل الله لكل شيء قدرا. That means whoever fears Allah, Allah will certainly be with him. Allah will certainly provide for him a leeway for solving his problem. Therefore, it is important to make sure that their intentions are pure. And anytime Shaitan brings into our minds to change the intention or to even water it or dilute it or to do any harm with our intention, it is important to say, I would rely in a Shaitan again. That means I seek refuge in Allah against Shaitan. And therefore rededicate ourselves and redo the intention. And making sure that the intention is based on sincerity, as we said. Sincerity is extremely important in whatever we do. Of course, Allah will accept something which is done based on sincerity, and Allah will reward accordingly. Now, what are the various ways by which we should prepare for Ramadan? Of course, I'm sorry, before then, let us look at one other things, or some other things that we should look up to when we are talking of Ramadan in preparation, which has to do not just with the question of the fact that we are going to refrain from hunger, from food, we are going to refrain from drink, or even the normal lawful connection between us and our spouses, but we should recall that the Umrah, which is the lesser Hajj, is frequented mostly during the month of Ramadan, because not only because of the fact that Ramadan on its own is a special month during which it is said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts ibadah more. In fact, it was said that the Prophet used to increase all his good activities during the month of Ramadan, because the Prophet told the companions that Allah ta'ala in the month of Ramadan, among the things that happen is that the door of Jannah is made wide open. Everybody is allowed in for as long as they wish. How will they do these wishes? Is because that month is special and Allah multiplies the reward for whoever does any good thing during this month. And of course, another thing is that the itikaf comes up during the month of Ramadan. And this is why people make special preparations. They take upon themselves to look for opportunities in order to go for lesser Hajj in Kaaba and partake in itikaf. Of course, the greatest reward that can come for itikaf will have to happen when people do the itikaf in either the mosque of Allah in Makkah or even the mosque of the Prophet in Medina. Now, we now divide the necessary preparations into three. Among the necessary preparation is spiritual preparation, followed by a moral preparation, and equally followed by what we term the material preparation. This spiritual preparation must include the question of looking at the debt we owe. When I'm talking of the debt we owe now, we are not talking of the material debt we owe, but there are several amongst us, especially those of us who are women, who probably during the month of Ramadan last year were breastfeeding, and because of that we were not afforded the opportunity of taking part in the fasting, or maybe as natural for us to the women, they had some days when they would not be to fast because they were menstruating, or some other things that could have delayed or could have prevented them from fasting. For instance, if they are just given birth and they are still having bleeding, the bleeding that comes from the private part after post-birth bleeding, some of them were still, last year were still undergoing that. And because of that, they would not have had the opportunity of fulfilling the whole fasting. Such people are already carrying some debt. Of course, let us remember that somebody went to the Prophet and said, my mother intended performing Hajj, but she could not do it. And because of that, before she died, the person was asking, can I do it in the first place? The Prophet said, yes. Because if your mother has owed some debt, you would have paid it. Therefore, if your mother plans to do Hajj and that became a debt upon her, go and fulfill it on her behalf. The same thing for Salat in accordance with Islamic jurisprudence. The same thing for Ramadan fasting. Because any act in Islam that is compulsory, if somebody does it, the person is entitled to reward, great rewards from Allah. But if anybody fails to do such compulsory act, the person will be punished. But if Allah Ta'ala grants such a person somebody else who would bear such responsibility on his behalf, then that is excellent. Therefore, when we are talking of spiritual preparation, we are really talking of those people whose circumstances did not permit to be able to fulfill the totality of the fasting last year. Let us remember that this is not limited to the women. There might be men too who had one reason or another. Some people maybe last year had peptic ulcer disease, and for that they could not take the fasting food, or some other ways of people being incapacitated, especially health-wise. All of them are supposed to put it in mind that they are only debt. And these last days of Shaban, the next 1 or 2 weeks, man of that's going to start. Please start paying the debt. Of course, there is a yoga adage that it is not right, it is insanity for anybody on debt to be luxurious. That means why the person is having debt upon him to be flamboyant. Therefore, you cannot talk of business Ramadan unless you try to tidy up your debt over last year Ramadan. And this question of debt, which is the main basis of spiritual preparation, should not be limited to Ramadan alone. Some of us, ironically, are still owing Salat. Some of us are owing Sadaqah. Some promises we made to people to give them. We should make sure that we use the remaining days of Shaban in preparation for Ramadan to fulfill this spiritual debt. Of course, this will give us, it will make us to be in a very good state of mind, to be able to really prepare for Ramadan and hope to get the best out of it. That is the spiritual preparation. Besides the preparation, we are talking of the moral preparation. The moral preparation will have to do with some of our people who are too quarrelsome. They are always fighting with every other person. They are never at peace with themselves, nor with the neighbors, with their own relatives, their own even family members. They are ever at loggerheads with them. Therefore, these people, it is important to morally prepare for this month of Ramadan. How do we do that? Family reconciliation, neighborly reconciliation, social reconciliation, and communal reconciliation. Of course, the month of Ramadan is a very holy month. It is known as the month when the doors of the gates of paradise are left wide open, they are flung open. They are never closed. The door to hellfire, Allah says, should be closed firmly. And all the shayateen, you remember that the door to hellfire will be firmly closed. And in that instance, Allah Ta'ala is using it as opportunity for us to rejuvenate. That means for the closeness between us and Him, and for us to use it as an opportunity to fulfill the purposes for which we have been brought here. Therefore, all these reconciliatory methods and manners should be engaged in. Not only that, we should endeavor also to make sure that we exchange gifts. If we remember the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that said, Afshu salamu bainakum, spread peace amongst yourselves. We can use the moment or the preparation for Ramadan as opportunity for those of us who are a bit more comfortable to extend the hand of solidarity, friendship, and brotherhood to those who are a bit in difficulty. Therefore, part of the moral preparation is, besides seeking the reconciliation and making sure that we prepare our mind for it and prepare our environment for it, to exchange gifts. Of course, when we say gifts, gifts must remain gifts. may not be compulsory. But the only thing is that these are things we do for others so that we shall be happy and the others shall equally be happy. The last of the preparation, which is extremely important for us, is the material preparation. Of course, it is not that we are saying that you should turn the month of Ramadan into a month when you are going to be gluttonous or you are going to eat more than you usually do. But let us remember that the pattern of the eating that has to change will make it to be upon us some obligations. Therefore, it is important, especially as family members and as people who are probably salary earners, to make sure that we calculate ahead and we make sure that our family, we prepare some of the things that are going to be of benefit to them in the month of Ramadan, in the form of the food stuff we are going to use, some of the beverages that may be of assistance to us. Even the mosques are prepared. We remember that in the local or traditional areas, some of the younger ones they use the opportunity of Ramadan to gather and build some semi-mosques, which can serve as an opportunity for them to actually typify what they should be doing when they are matured. These are part of the things that we as a community must look into in welcoming the month of Ramadan. In terms of material, which has to do with even cleaning of our mosques. Unfortunately, so many of our mosques are not being kept properly. Some of the things we can do as material preparation is to use the opportunity of this remaining month of Sha'ban to see how we can clean the mosque, to organize the mosque, buy new things into the mosque or the environments we are going to use. Those of us who engage in during the month of Ramadan, we should equally prepare. Those of us who engage in so many other activities that are traditional to us in the month of Ramadan, let us use this month of Sha'ban to take adequate preparation. Of course, not as a word, but in a khayra zari taqwa, Allah said prepare, but the best preparation you can do is even the piety, which has to do with the sincere intention, which should come behind the attempt at fasting in Ramadan. Therefore, we have really used this opportunity to alert us that in the next days, in the next 10 days or so, we shall be welcoming Ramadan. And what do we now say is Marhaban bika dear Ramadan. Welcome, welcome our dear Ramadan. May Allah accept whatever we do as ibadah in this course. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Viewers, you've heard it all from our Mallam. Let us prepare well with a sincere intention, a recourse. That is, we find a way of paying our debts. The kind of fasting that we were owing the last time, in the last Ramadan, we should find a way of repaying it before it is the new one. Likewise, let us reconcile with those whom we perceive as our enemies or whom we have acrimonies with. And likewise, we should prepare morally, financially, and even spiritually for the month of Ramadan, because it is a month which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent to us as a gift so that we can benefit from it both in this world and in the hereafter. Inshallah, until we come your way next week with a new edition of this program, we are saying wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
إن الدين عند الله الإسلام وما اختلف الذين أوتوا الكتاب إلا من بعد ما جاءهم العلم